Let's shift a bit and talk about once you're finished with the environment and you've got a lot
Hmm.
of kind of qualitative information, you've got a lot of the
Yeah.
open-ended answers, you've got all of your typical survey answers. Tell us about what does your platform really do for creation of the survey on the front end, maybe prior to this
Hmm.
environment we're talking about, and any kind of analysis tabs. What
Yeah.
could a researcher actually then do beyond kind of just the data gathering phase?
Yeah. Okay. So at the start, in terms of the survey creation, the researcher can go straight into their platform and set up their conversational survey in the platform if they wish. We've got a number of predefined question types that they can just choose from, and then put in the appropriate question into that. Choose the type of scale they want. If it's a scale question, choose if it's an open end. Decide if they want to probe on it. Brief the probing if they want to. So they can build everything themselves in the platform. They also have a choice using an AI feature to, maybe they've got an existing survey in Word or Excel. They can upload that and it will then
I was going to
create
ask
that
about
into a
that.
survey.
Yeah. I've seen that in a few platforms, but not
Yeah.
in others. What would it do if I took a previously implemented survey? Would it essentially translate it, or would it give me suggestions? And do I have to ask it for that, or how
Yeah.
would it work if I said I did this here?
Yeah. So if you had a Word document, say, with a series of questions and answer options, it would take that, it would put that into the inca format. So it would take away all of that sort of copy and paste job of translating from one document into programming it into the platform. So it would get you 80% of the way there. What it wouldn't do is create your logic for you if you want to create routing or skip patterns. It wouldn't upload your stimulus for you. It wouldn't give it. It wouldn't uh, create the brief for the open ends. So that's all done by the researcher. But it means the researcher is really kind of spending their time on the bits where they can add value, rather than kind of spending 80% of the programming time copying and pasting from another
Okay.
document.
So it would take care of the mechanics, but then again,
Yes.
that's more of the human in the loop or human
Yeah.
centered. You then take your research skills and expertise and say, great, I've got the busy work of getting my document survey into a platform, but
Yeah.
then work from, okay, well, let's skip ahead then from the engagement that we were talking about. What will the platform actually do to assist a researcher on the back end?
Yeah. So all of the data comes live onto a dashboard, which in terms of the quantitative questions we ask, looks pretty similar to most dashboards in terms of visualizing the scale and the choice and the ranking questions. But the researcher can do their analysis on there. They can set up filters. They can run cross tabulations, all of that kind of good traditional quant stuff. But then for the open-ended questions, because we capture a lot of open-ended data through the open ends and the probing and the projectives, we're capturing a lot of verbatim data. We also use AI. And again, we've done extensive training so that AI is able to take all of the verbatims for a particular question and convert it into themes and create a quantified code frame. Again, like a traditional human coder would do, but this time the AI is doing it. And once again, we've put the researcher in the loop. So if they want to be able to brief the AI with certain instructions in terms of how it constructs its code frame, or to make changes to what the AI has done, they're able to do that. And that adds a lot of power in terms of giving us, we get all of the richness of deeper verbatim from adding the probing, but we can still quantify it into themes. And, we've even used that type of data to run segmentations, for example, based on the open ends rather than kind of traditional attribute grids.